Welcome to Minds in Motion with Dr. K, where we dive into the stories and insights of high-performing leaders, where they join us as we explore their wisdom gained along the way and any knowledge and insight that they choose to share with the world. I am your host, Dr. K, and today I am joined by a special guest, none other than Miss Priya. Priya, welcome to Minds in Motion by Dr. K. And I want to share with you some things about Priya. So let me get that together for you. Priya has been in sales for the past 14 years. She's head up some sales and marketing department. She's a brilliant woman who are just blazing the trail in leadership. She's born in Mumbai, India. So she's with us, joining us today all the way from India. All right, born and raised in India, and just her career has just taken off, where she's a prolific woman leader in that industry of sales, marketing, and business and team development. She has an MBA and a bachelor's degree. And she is also hopefully going to be moving to a new and higher role, where she's going to be moving on to possibly the UK. I don't know if I let it cat out of the bag, but I know she has some great things coming for her in her career trajectory. So please help me welcome Miss Priya. Priya, welcome to Minds in Motion.
Thank you, Dr. K. It's my honor and privilege to be here today, and it's wonderful that I have got this opportunity to express myself and be part of this journey. So I am so looking forward to this session with you today.
So am I. So let's dive right in. So Priya, I know, being a female leader, in certain cultures, it could be difficult. But here you are, a millennial, and just blazing the trail in your space and doing it fearlessly, right? Leading fearlessly in this disruptive era. So how would you define resilience in the context of leadership? Because so many women are leading, and as I say, the shift is happening and it's coming rapidly. And in order to do this, one of the things that's required is resilience. So how do you define resilience in the context of leadership?
So thank you for that question. And I truly believe resilience is one of the biggest traits that leadership is requiring, and it is becoming important in this today's VUCA world. I would say resilience is actually the pathway to building the confidence and strength that is required for not just surviving but also succeeding in the space that you are in. In the business world, I would say it is tough. We cannot really gauge or say what events are going to turning to gonna be. It's quite unpredictable. What is that you need to do is kind of adapting to those situations, thriving, and you have to face those adversities with all the strength that you have got. So that's how it's going to make you live in that. You have to overcome the setbacks you might have, the stress that you might go through. It's because it is important that leaders should able to have and maintain that kind of positivity, which can such demonstrates such qualities which has been demonstrated are also going to help others, inspire others, and motivate people around you. And that's how you will end up leading by examples, by going through a lot of uncertainties and adapting to the situations, I think.
Wow. That is so true. There's just so much going on with the stress, with the change, with the shifts, all the stuff that's coming through the not just the corporation, but the world as a whole. And if you are not able to bounce back, right, with that resilience, it's going to be so difficult to move forward and navigate this path and this disruptive era. So that's one of the key characteristics of a leader in this, would you agree, in this time of being in leadership roles?
Absolutely. I think this is one of the crucial thread, I would call it, for any leader, be it in any industry right now. It is going to a lot of turbulences, the competition that you face, the situations, the adaptability that has come, the changing world of technology. This is a lot of things that has been playing a role where you have to be adaptable, you have to show the changes, you have to stay strong, you have to be ready for the situation which perhaps you are not ready for. So it will remain like that. It's perhaps it may be even more difficult in the coming times. But this is what I think, being in this role, be it a men or women, we have to build this, and we that is how we gonna make better change in this world. And supporting each other is very relevant and important, is because you don't know the people you are with, the teammates you're gonna be with, the people that you work with. They perhaps may not have that kind of a strong trait that could help them seeing, or you support them learning those abilities and face those situations is very important.
Yes,
And
absolutely. I totally agree. So, Priya, can you share a personal experience where resilience played a crucial role in your leadership journey?
so I will give you a personal experience that might not be directly impacting my leadership journey, or you kind of a professional journey, but indeed I had a major setbacks. I have gone through a lot of personal challenges. I had been in a very depressive state where I was on medications, and that is when I was completely lost as a person. I just did not know where I am moving or heading, what is the way forward. It took time for me to come out of that, accepting that this is my reality, and I just have to be ready, accept this change, and work on it, and come out of this situation is what I knew it deep down. That is what is going to help me. It took some time. It took a lot of determination and stay focused to, constantly working on getting better. Then enhancing on working towards professional career, prioritizing the right things in your life, and it's not just that. That is when you get to know your real strengths. That is when I realized how good I was professionally, what I could do, and that has become the turning point for me to take up the new opportunities, learning opportunities to go through such situations. And it just made me more stronger, more focused, and I would say that's how it worked for me. And the main thing that what I would like to highlight is not giving up, not believing yourself that you will never come out of the situation. You have to be patient, you have to keep trying. So this is how, in my leadership role where I stand today, this phase has been very important for me to learn about myself, to think differently, to challenge myself how to get out of it, the situations. That's how it has been for me, and that experience helped me a lot.
Wow, that is so insightful, Priya. Because the thing is that most people that need to understand, when you find yourself in that place, as you say, that depressive place where you felt so stuck, like there's no way forward, but you had to make a choice, and you made that choice to shift your mindset, to start looking through some different lens, to see life differently, and have some different perspectives, and know that there's something in me greater than where I am, and I gotta pull myself up out of this so I can step into my next. And so I really applaud you for doing that, because some people would just stay there, right, and stay stuck and stay in those cycles. But you made a decision and you made a choice, and look at the results now where you are on your journey. So I truly, as I say, I applaud you for being resilient, for being determined, for having grit and determination and saying, you know what, this is not who I am. There's something more in me, and I'm gonna pull myself up and out of this. And this is the results. So if you are listening to my podcast today, this is something, and you feel that you are in that place where you feel like there's no way out. I hope you're listening to what Priya is sharing with us today. Very insightful. So Priya, you as a female leading in India right now, in what are some common challenges that you have faced as a female leader, and how have you overcome them?
So yes, thank you for that question. It is indeed, you will face many challenges, but I would cover the three more common challenges that you may face, especially when you live in a male-dominant society. First, the acceptance as a female leader itself is a taboo, especially when you are leading the subordinates and the teammates who are men. And it is just a constant effort that you have to put in. I would say you will have to be more focused about your goals. It is really a hard work. Don't shy away, or just don't be scared. Just keep away from all the distractions you may have, is because especially with people who are insecure, people who are narcissists, these are the people that you may come across. So this is a reality that you have to see and face it, and realizing dealing with such people in an organization will be very crucial role for your growth. You have to be building your own skills. You have to be focused on your positive mindset. You have to constantly work on your competencies, is because you have to be a performer. You have to do the right job. You have to challenge yourselves to be a better version of yourself, is because people are seeing you, is because they will be seeing you even more in a different light what you didn't expect that to happen. So this will happen to you always. You have to challenge every male. You have to show your competencies.
Wow.
So I would say this is not going to be an easy journey, but yes, you have to be tough. You have to be open for those changes. You have to build this confidence and believe in yourself that it will happen. You have to be clear in your communication, your thoughts, your opinions, and always back them with the logic that you're going to have. So I feel it is not impossible. It is difficult, but you have to be ready for that, and that is when you will realize how strong you are as a person, and you can overcome any obstacles in your life.
I love it. As you say, having that growth mindset and not having that fixed mindset where you stay stuck, and knowing, like, my goal here is to become the best version of me. So even though you are in a male dominant environment, the thing that I like that you said, staying focused, knowing who you are, knowing what you're about, making sure you upskilling, making sure you have the competencies that's needed so you can be in that, because it's a competition, right? You got to be in that competition, and you got to, in order to be able to compete, you got to be on the cutting edge. So being on that cutting edge so that you can show up strong in whatever areas. And what I like most of what you just said is avoid the distractions. Avoid, those voices that can say, you're a woman, you can't do this. Avoid listening to those things, and still pushing forward and pressing through, and knowing that you can do anything that you put your mind to do. So I like that fact of how resilience continued to be a common thread through even leading as a female, in a culture where it's pretty male dominant in India, but yet still you keep focused, you know what you're about. You attain that growth mindset. You shift your mindset all entirely to say, let me stay focused on what I need to do, who I need to lead, how I need to lead, how I need to show up as a leader. And that's what's been getting you through. So thank you for sharing that information. How has organizations, support the well-being of their females? How can organizations support the well-being of their females that are, especially in those male-dominant areas? And you've been in that. What were some suggestions that you would have for organizations to support the well-being of their female leaders to avoid burnout? Because burnout is a real thing. Burnout is real right now. And a lot of people don't even seem to understand or realize what's happening. They just know they're tired. They can't put their finger on it. They just can't function. They have brain fog because they're burning out. So what is something that you would say, or in what manner can organizations support the well-being of their female leaders to avoid burnout?
So I'll put it like that organization has to have a culture where they welcome women and treat them as an equal. This is very important for any organization to have that shift. And also, if there are opportunities, females, talent should be identified. They should be given an equal opportunity to prove themselves and help them, uplifting them, nurturing their right talents, and without having any gendered biasness is very important for any organization. Motivating such talents is also very important, is because giving them the opportunity to learn and upgrade skills is very crucial. My organization where I have worked, they have supported me. They did the talent identification, and they gave me an opportunity to upgrade my skills and have some coaching sessions where I can be more motivated or be aware of my strengths that could help me to grow in the organization or to take up the bigger roles. So I appreciate my organization for doing that. This session was being done through Coach Hub, and it was a paid session. So it is important that my organization identified the requirement and the right talent to spend money on. So it is quite essential that you are investing in the right people and giving them the opportunity. It doesn't matter if it is a male or female. What matters is like you are just nurturing the right talent. So if with that mindset this organization is looking at, it will be wonderful. And that will help the female leaders to be more confident and help them to be more positive and believing in their own strengths, because they feel important. They feel important to be chosen. They feel important that you have been given an opportunity to organization, readiness to spend money on it. It all adds up to the motivational levels, and which push you to keep growing and investing as an individual and contributing for your organization.
Yes,
so that's all I would say.
Yes, and that's really important. Investing in your people, because people are the company's biggest asset. It's part of the bottom line, right? And you have to invest in your people. You have to find professional development to grow the people. And as a millennial, Priya, there's a lot of companies, a lot of leaders who says, "Oh, millennials are so entitled and they have all these things to share about millennials." But they are leaders, I would say, one of the generation of leaders who know exactly what they want. Do you agree with that? And do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I would. Yes, we are quite clear for what we want. And the way we express our aspirations also help us where we want to be. With that, it just builds up and gives further more confidence to achieve the goals that you have set for. Say you aspire to become somebody. Say you want to be a CEO. For example, you are setting up that aspiration. You make that roadmap. Next 3 years, you're going to be a X person. Now, by next 3 years, you see yourself becoming somebody who is, managing a bigger team or a larger team. So this helps, set your aspirations correctly and help you forward in that journey. And So I think this kind of well-being of the females and supporting these sessions that they have or the trainings that have given to them helps them to grow in their careers. So I think it's really important for everybody to in that direction and support the right talent and right opportunity to grow.
Yes. It's about, having those emotionally intelligent leaders within the organization, right? That can identify the skill sets, and the talent, and not see them for who they are. These millennials, they want leaders who are empathetic. They want leaders who provide them with psychological safety. They want leaders who appreciate them and who hear them, because they have something to say and they want to be heard. And once they can get that guidance and direction from their leaders, then, as you say, they can set a path for themselves because they know exactly what it is they want, what steps they need to take. I know some of them want to get there really fast, They have that microwave type of tendency, but we know, a lot of things in leadership, it's a process. But knowing what they want and knowing the trajectory that they have to be on to get there is something that they're really good at doing. And it's typical because I've seen it in you and how you have, prepared yourself for where you were going. And you took your time and you got there prepared. As they say, opportunity meets preparation. And so you were prepared, and here's this wonderful opportunity that's opening up for you, all because of your resilience and your preparation and your determination to be that leader that you know that you can be. So I know you touched on this a little bit earlier in our discussion. How have you handled moments of self-doubt and imposter syndrome? And what strategies did you use to regain your confidence in your abilities?
It's a very good question. I would like to speak about it in quite a length because it is very important. This will happen and it will happen constantly. It is about use of your mindset is always be the starting point to deal with situations. In this world, you will see a lot of things changing. There are challenges which you have to deal with. So much of certainty which is coming your way. You just don't know whether you will be able to come over those challenges. So it is quite often that you may be in that self-doubt whether you will be able to do that. Or, sometimes it so happens that people around you may not support you the way you expect them to. They will keep telling you what you can do, what you cannot do. And keeping up with those positivity and open mind is very, very important. With the open mind that the changes that is going to happen or the new things that is coming on your way perhaps can give you the new experiences and the insights, and it can be filled with new feelings that you may have not faced it earlier or not felt it. So you have to be open for everything that is going to come with this change or the challenges you may face. It is just a new opportunity to learn and grow, and it is important to embrace and adapt. I sometimes sit back and relive some moments that I had in past just to recall how I have overcome the lessons that I have learned the long way, the way I have able to come out of those situations and stay confident. Will I be able to do it again? Yes. So sometimes it is important to take a step back. Just take a step back and avoid the overthinking that you might be doing of the situation that you are currently in. Take a break. Try to address those issues one at a time. If there are going to be multiple issues, you don't have to rush it. Just see how you can face. Take your time. Every day is going to be different. So reflect back and see what are good things that you have achieved so far, how you have achieved, what have made you kept going, what was the mindset that you were feeling back then. And just, if not, you can make them in mental notes. It can help you write it down somewhere and keep reading and try to have some different way of thinking to see how you can come up with things, because you have to be a problem solver. If you keep being into that problem, you are not going to get those answers, because it's not going to help you. You have to change things. You have to keep solving those problems and move forward. If things get really, really overwhelming for you and things are out of control, I would say don't be scared, and think or remember that you are able. Please seek guidance and support from your friends, family, your coaches, your mentors. It's because they're here to help you. They love you, and you have to reach out your loved ones when you need them most. So I think you have to develop the faith. Have faith in your own abilities. Practice patience and positivity. This is how you overcome any challenges that will be coming.
Wonderful, wonderful. I hope other leaders are listening to this. I could hope other female leaders, other millennials are listening to this, because this is a wealth of knowledge and information that Priya is sharing. Strategies to be able to bounce back, to be resilient when self-doubt shows up. As you say, it will always happen, because to every level you go, there's doubts. Like, can I really do this? But because you're resilient, you keep bouncing back. She mentioned, stepping back sometimes, right, and doing a reflection of what was happening in the past that get you to where you are, that now can get you even further into the future. So taking that opportunity and that moment to step back sometime and do some reflection, shifting your mindset to differently. Also, when situations may not work as well, and some people's like, oh, I'm a failure. No, you didn't fail. Maybe the system failed. Maybe the project failed, but not you. You didn't fail. And what is failure? Failure is feedback to do it differently the next time. So see failure as a lesson learned, an opportunity to grow and do it differently. And then she mentioned to get coaches, get a mentor, find someone that you can speak to when you are in these situations and in these spaces, so that you don't stay there by yourself and again, what do I call analysis paralysis, because you're just stuck on this, feel that there's no way forward. But it's a constant progress as you elevate in your leadership, in life in general. Having the ability to constantly bounce back and regain that confidence in yourself. And the last thing I remember her saying is having faith in yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what you're capable of doing, and tapping into that resource so that you can move forward and propel into your next. Wow. I'm telling you what a wealth of information is being shared here today. And so, Priya, is there a specific message or piece of wisdom you would like to share with aspiring women leaders who are listening to this podcast today, or at any point, and they may click on this podcast, Mind and Motion with Dr. K, and what wisdom you may want to leave with anyone today?
So I would say, never allow anyone to decide what can. It is always you to decide. I ask you to claim that power and just be you. Don't be afraid of failures. It is a journey of learning. Be brave. Brave enough to brave those moments. That's what it matters. But I would say, especially for females and the girls around here, don't be afraid to dream. Those little girls with dream becomes the women with vision. Whosoever has said so has been very wise. And I truly believe. So don't be afraid of dreaming. Please do dream and become the woman what you want to be.
Don't be afraid to dream and make those dreams into a reality. I love it. I love it. Priya, thank you so much. This has been so wonderful. I mean, you shared so many nuggets as a female leader leading in this disruptive era, and how you can move forward with resilience, how you can bounce back thank you all for watching today. This is my guest. Priya has been on us today, calling all the way from Mumbai. Did I say correct? Mumbai, India. And she's a trailblazer, brilliant young woman in her own right, who's just blazing the trail in this disruptive era. So thank you for tuning in today to Minds in Motion with Dr. K. I look forward to speaking again with you at our next episode. And remember, empower yourself and always empower you and be stronger than your excuses. Quick up on YouTube, you'll find us on YouTube, you'll find us on Spotify, you'll find us on iTunes, we are on iHeartRadio. So click on any one of those and capture this podcast again, because this recording it's a must listen to. So thank you again, Priya, for being with us today, and we'll be back in our next episode. Thanks for watching Minds in Motion with Dr. K. Bye for now.
Recording stopped.